na sasa maafisa zaidi ya 70 miongoni mwao GSU na polisi wa kawaida wanaweza kuelekea katika mlima huu katika lengo la kusaka waasi hao na vile vile kuweza kusaka mwili wa jamaa mmoja wa polisi kutoka Astu almaarufu ni wale wanaojulikana kupambana na wezi wa mifugo, mwili ambaye hadi wa leo haijapatikana.
And that right there, welcome back to Jeff Koinange live at the Intercontinental Hotel. That right there is Mohammed Ali of Jichopevu. That was a Baragoi scene, the scene of the killing of dozens of APs out there in that horrible basin they call the Basin of Death. He's fearless, he's gutsy, and he's the reason why we are watching television tonight. We're watching television when he airs his programs. We know he's credible. We know he's done his homework. We know that he's literally pushed the envelope. Mohammed, that scene there, my goodness, in Baragoi.
Yeah.
Was that scary?
Very scary. And I feel for the families, for the fallen soldiers. When I was there with my colleague Sophia Wanuna, it was a really tough experience, a painful one. We had to walk for 4 hours to climb Suguta Valley, climbing up and down, until we came to where the bodies were. If you look at the officers who are trying to fight, who are trying to defend us, they died like, I don't know, hyenas.
Yeah, like chickens.
Nobody was there for them.
And their bodies were out in the open for days, weren't they?
For days, yeah. They tried to call, asking for reinforcement. Nobody could listen to them. And even when I was going with the other officers who were deployed there, you know, the problem with our country is something bad happens, you send 1,000 officers. That's what I call show of uniform. The guys have killed, they have gone. You go there, instead of finding out or investigating, you torture the people who are there. It doesn't work like that. So when we went there, I couldn't believe what I'm seeing. You know, the police bosses are flying in with choppers, giving us, you know, saying that these people must be arrested, they must surrender. And I was shocked because they are talking about them surrendering guns. These people have killed 42 officers, and you're talking about surrendering guns. So that was a tough experience for me and myself. In fact, for Sophie, you know, she was the best during that that journey.
Yeah.
And I was talking to these police officers who were taking me to the crime scene, and they were really bored. People were even asking me, you know, some guys, I can leave this job and do another job. People don't care about them. You don't care about the normal police officers. You don't respect them.
Did you have flak jacket? Did you have bulletproof? Did you have helmets? Did you have the proper gear?
Yeah, we had, but the police didn't have. That was very sad.
Wow.
That we are having the protective gears and the police don't have. You are working with this police. He has been just moved from a station in Nairobi or Mombasa or Kisumu. You know, you can't even give them proper briefing, telling them that you are going to Baragoi. We need to arrest these people. You don't even give them a proper briefing. You just put them in a lorry and then you tell them to go. All of a sudden they are there with one trouser and one shirt. You expect them to stay there for like 1 month, 2 months. They don't have salary. They don't have food. We had to report for them to get something to eat. That day somebody texted me and said, Moha, asante sana, it's because of you leo tumekula mbuzi. Moha, asante. You know, you take bad food to them. You don't even care about them.
Moha, what is it about us? We glorify drug dealers, we glorify killers, we glorify thugs, and yet the people doing the work down in the trenches, we don't care about.
These are the people who should be well paid. The first thing that the government should do is to pay the police first of all, because it won't happen, it won't work. We shall be attacked every day, we shall be killed every day until you respect these people. Give them what they need. You can't pay a police officer 20,000 and you are paying a member of parliament 1 million. What does a member of parliament does?
Sad.
Nothing for us.
Yeah.
But the police are protecting you. If you're in trouble, you are calling them. So I think the problem with this country is, you know, people say it's politics. You know, sometimes it's not politics. I say that the problem with this country is one. People don't worship God. You can, if you argue with somebody today, he or she will produce a constitution and give you an act that says that this is my democratic right. But somebody cannot produce a Bible or a Quran to say that this chapter says this. I mean, the constitution should be the Bible. If you're a Christian, the Constitution should be the Quran. You know, the 10 Commandments, do not kill, love your neighbor the way you love yourself. Everything is there. But you'll see somebody giving you an act in the Constitution and he can't give you a verse in the Bible or Quran. There's a big problem with this country. There is a big problem. And when somebody wants to vie for a certain position, a son of a poor man will never be given. Then we end up blaming ourselves once again and saying that he's serikali. We are the government. Who else is serikali?
Do you, I asked you before the break, Moha, do you feel that this burden, you know, you keep pushing the envelope every time, and, you know, every story you and John do, it's better than the previous one. Do you feel that burden on your shoulders?
Yeah, there's a burden. You know, every time you do a good story, you must up your game. That is the problem now. And it takes us time. Yeah.
And that burden, I mean, upping your game, one day it could backfire.
Let's hope not. But yes, it can backfire. They can set you up. They can do everything. But we are hoping for the best.
Do you feel like giving up sometimes, Moha? Do you feel like, you know what, forget this. This is too much for me now. I've had enough.
You know, mine is a call. John Alanamu, Kasim, Sam, all of us, this is a call. We can't stop it. I can't stand when somebody is being killed, extrajudicial killing. Somebody is being arrested, taken to the police station, and all of a sudden, he's missing. After 1 month, you find the body in the forest. We can't stand that. We need to stop these people before they knock on our doors. If we don't do that, they will keep on knocking on every single door. And by that time, people will be like, oh, where is so-and-so? It will be too late. So we need, sometimes you feel like, okay, I'm doing all these things for my country, my people, and they can't even appreciate for a second. I've been a Muslim, and I will die a Muslim. When I was doing Chamorei story, I was a Muslim. When I was doing Track It story, I was a Muslim. When I was doing the drug story, I was a Muslim. When I was doing everything to do with extrajudicial killing, I was a Muslim. The next story that I'm doing, I'll still be a Muslim. That will never divide me. Because now, when we did the extrajudicial killing, they called the executioner story, we were really blamed. Look, what we are saying, fine, if Mohammed Ali is a criminal, arrest Mohammed Ali, take him to court. If the court found him guilty, let him be jailed or be charged. You can't kill every single suspect you see on the street. You can't. We must have respect for human rights. I mean, the President of the Republic of Kenya was a suspect at the ICC. Nobody shot him. Nobody called him names. He went to ICC, defended himself, and he was found not guilty. The Deputy President, the same thing. Why do you want to kill innocent people outside there? Because they are suspect. Let the law be equal to all of us. That is my worry. And that's what we're trying to fight.
Moha, do you think, are things improving? Because, okay, when you did Westgate and we criticized the then CS for internal security, Ole Mattresses or whatever his name was, we've forgotten already, right? The replacement now, General Joseph Nkaiseri. Is that a good choice? Are we improving?
We are not improving. There are good police officers down there who have been serving this country for many years. Why should you be working if you just be sitting at the same place every day? There's no promotion, there's no recognition. Why? There are good officers outside there. They should be given those positions. Nkaiseri has served he was a member of parliament, he was in the military. Give chance to other Kenyans. If you keep on giving us these old guards, then there's a problem. I mean, I'm not saying that Nkaiseri is a bad choice for Kenya, but things, you know, things are changing. We are not in 80s. The crime is changing. Smart crime. You can't put an old man who does not understand the crime of 2005, and you are comparing with the 2000 and whatever. You know, 2000 and what, the year we are in, and you're comparing with the 2002. Or you cannot compare those crimes. It changes. It's like a trend. You know, those days people used to steal using maybe, you know, toy pistols or whatever. They didn't know how to deal with the CCTVs. Now they know what to do. They know how to deal with the askaris at the gate. They know everything. They know how to use drugs, chemicals to make sure that you are not aware of what is going on.
Yeah.
So I mean, this country should be left for the youth to take on. You know,
yeah, and
give
also,
them the positions.
Yeah, imagine, look, 77 Chinese being found in a home in Runda doing some kind of economic crime. I mean, allegedly.
Not far away from the CID headquarters.
Not far away. Can you imagine? And if there wasn't a fire in that house, none of us would have discovered this. How many others are out there?
There are many. But the good thing, the government knows.
You think they know?
They know. Wanakula bana pamoja. They know.
Serious?
Yeah, they know.
So the whole system is rotten?
It's a rotten system. And it needs to change. If you go to other countries, when I'm in Europe, sometimes there's the last time that we were together with Osarigo in Netherlands. You know, you go to the train station, it's on time. If it is 7, it's 7. You know, you see how the city is very clean. You see how people are behaving. When you are sick, how you are treated very quickly. And then you ask yourself, where did we go wrong?
Yeah.
What is the problem? We have everything, the resource, tourism attraction. We have everything here, the good weather. What is wrong with us? It's greed.
That's the bottom line.
It's greed. Jeff, I'm not proud being a Kenyan. I'm really not proud. The other day I went to take a passport for my daughter. She was 6 months old by then. We wanted to travel out, kidogo. We followed the process. The birth certificate, she was born here at Aga Khan. The birth certificate, everything. I produced mine, everything. The photocopies of ID, we signed their papers and everything. The procedure was followed, the pictures were taken. And I went to pay the fee. And after that, we went home. To emerge later that my daughter should be brought back for vetting. My daughter to be brought back for vetting. And I'm like telling my wife, wait a minute, vetting?
The 6-month-old?
6-month-old, she can't even talk. What type of vetting is this? So we went back. And I told my wife, don't talk to them. Let's go. We went back. Apparently in Nyayo House, there's a special corner for the other Kenyans. So I went there, my wife's turn came, and she went in.
Na umesimama tu hapo?
Mimi nimesimama hapo nikafuata ndani pia. And then I'm like, hey, Mohammed, unafanya nini hapa? And I said, no, I'm the father. I just want to see what you're going to ask her. Naambiwa vetting, I want to understand the vetting of a 6-month-old baby.
Yes.
Ati yo no, si kwa ubaya, unajua tunataka kujua kama ni Mkenya. Kwani I had her through osmosis. These are the people who are killing us every day.
And your countrymen.
And I'm a Kenyan. And you want to find out whether my son or daughter is a Kenyan. That's very sad. Do you want me to stop? I can't stop. It's happening to me. I must stop it from happening to the others. Thanks God they know me. That's why they
Correct.
Enda nyumbani, wacha mambo mingi, tutanini kupatia passport ya mtoto.
Imagine kama unaishi.
Imagine kama ni mtu mwingine from Mathare, Kibira, Canyon in Nakuru, Shabab from Nakuru, ameenda anateswa hivyo. He keeps on going. It's your constitution right to have a passport, whether you are traveling or not. In fact, all Kenyans should have a passport.
And yet, you go through this.
I go through this. The other day, I took my sister, amemaliza Form 4, for an ID. Me, I was raised in Thika, I told you. Makongeni.
Yes.
And I'm taking my sister there for the ID. Amemaliza Form 4. Then they are taking her through the process. Then another guy say, hii mtu ni Isiolo. Is it a crime to be born in Isiolo? Is it a crime to be born in Mandera? Is it a crime to be born in Garissa? Why do we have this funny paper on the wall that if you are from this area, you should be vetted? And you are a Kenyan. How does it feel? Well, for the National Intelligence Service, this is how to vet if you don't know. Let the people produce the birth certificate and everything. You can vet that. Call Nairobi Hospital, call Kenyatta, call Pumwani, find out the registrar. Did we have the such and such a kid who was born there in this year, this time? They will tell you yes. As per our record, this is clear. That's the work of intelligence.
Simple.
Simple. Why do you harass people? People are busy. Wanatafuta pesa.
And that's why you said you're ashamed to be a Kenyan sometimes.
Sometimes if I come across people who are saying that, mimi mazee nimechoka kuwa Mkenya, I feel them. And when you tell me when are you going to stop, I won't stop. Because if I stop, this problem will continue. My job with John Alan Namu, Kasim and Guru is name, shame. Apparently we can't jail. So we will name and shame.
Each time?
Yeah.
And you'll continue?
The day we'll have the power to jail, tutafurahi sana. Tutaweka watu wengi ndani. We are tired.
Mutaweka?
Ndani.
Bila kuogopa?
With the facts. Na evidence.
Yeah.
Ndani.
I don't know where you get the guts from, man, because it can get to you sometimes. Like you say, your little 6-month-old, it can get to you sometimes.
It's very sad, Jeff. Very sad.
Can we change?
Yes, we can if you want, but we don't want, because there is a big, we are being surrounded by a big rainbow of tribalism. You say something, unasikia huyu ni chama hii. You say something, unasikia huyu ni chama hii, huyu ni kabila hii. This thing must, I don't know.
It'll destroy us.
It will destroy us. It
will
finish us.
Yeah.
You are looking at me all those days. Moha was a good person. Moha is a great guy. But when I did the Westgate story, when I did the call, the executioner, all of a sudden I'm Al-Shabaab. Some guys are even telling you, wewe enda Somalia bana, unafanya nini hapa?
Unakwambia hivyo?
Yeah.
Come on. And yet they can't even go and do half what you do.
They can't even go to Juja, wacha Somalia.
Bas.
Yeah.
Hapa Juja.
Hapa Juja tu kwetu hawezi enda.
Have you ever spent the night in jail?
Kiasi. Yes. When I was a kid, kidogo.
Reason? Why?
They will read about it one day.
Are you writing a book?
Yes.
You are?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
When is it out?
Time will tell.
Serious?
Yeah.
Is it as good as mine?
Yours is good, man.
Listen, I want to take another break, come back. My goodness, Moha, I don't know what to say, man. I really don't know what to say, but let's look for some hope in this hopelessness. Like you say, the system is so rotten, but can it change? Can we make this a better Kenya? Can we do that? Let's take a break. Rescue team! Because the fire extinguisher just can't do this one. Moha is coming out. Guns blazing. His Twitter handle is @MohaJichopevu. Mine is @Koinange Jeff. I promise we will read your tweets when we come back. It's just that the show has been spooky. JKL takes a break. We'll be back.